I consider myself an artivist, which is a mix of an activist and an artist. I'm from Mexico originally. I moved to Paris to study, and on the first week of being in Paris, I met my husband. He was from Montreal, and after long consideration, we thought that Canada would be the best place. When you're an immigrant, you understand that maybe if you would have stayed in your country, your career would have advanced a little bit faster, but at the same time, your quality of life wouldn't be as good. When I arrived to Canada, I had the component of health as well. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which is a chronic illness. Basically, what it is, it's a mix of chronic pain and chronic fatigue. Stress is a big component. The environment at school, it was so hostile and I was not used to it. They had this idea that in order for the students to grow, you have to destroy them and then reconstruct them from the ashes, But sometimes it's just very destructive. The days I would receive criticism, sometimes I couldn't even get up from bed because my body was just telling me, don't go, because it's not going to be a positive experience for you. I'm so passionate about what I do that I can do it for hours. Usually what I do is I work intensively and then allow myself to rest maybe for 1 or 2 days without doing much. Just being more forgiving with myself, not having super high expectations of myself, that kind of thing has helped me to actually achieve those things without having those mental limitations of what things are supposed to look like. For me, one of the ways of conquering fibromyalgia was actually using art to solve it and to think about illness differently. I think that in terms of how gender is represented in my work, there's always a sense of activism. There's always a sense of questioning the past through a contemporary view. Your sexual orientation is something that can still be used against you in Mexico City. Fear is a prison that you carry inside you. And when you live in Mexico, you carry it all the time. To Russia with Love was a great opportunity to dismantle the myths that ignorant people have in terms of constructing their homophobia. It was a way of approaching that problematic with kindness. Dance is an integral part of my work, and I consider gender and gender identity to be a performative part of human behavior. Even before you are born, you're already being educated and you're being brought into the world to be a certain way. I think dance is a good tool just to show people that they don't have to accept those rules and challenge them and be who they really want to be. I got a contract with the Ballet, which I have been for the last 6 years, and that was a beautiful platform for me because it allowed me to have my work in the metro most of the year. I love dance, so for me that's the perfect job. I've had to reconstruct myself. I have to change a lot of who I am and place a value of who I am in places that a lot of people don't think about. It has taken at least 7 years to establish myself, to have a little bit more of a stable income. And I think that if you're gonna be an artist, you have to be aware and used to the word no. No, it's gonna be a word that it's gonna be said to you 80-90% of the time, and then you'll have a few yeses that make everything worth it. Failing, it's not the end of the world, and in any way, whether it's health or whether it's an obstacle because you just moved to another country or because your sexual orientation is different. When you are an artist, you have to change your perception of what success means. The most important thing doesn't have to be money, it has to be meaning. As an artist, you're a creator of meaning and identity. Creating things that are compelling and beautiful in some way, it helps other people.